Hey guys, welcome back to another serving of food for thought. We're going to jump right into the energy of the cards. Of course, if you are new to the channel, welcome, and join us as I prepare a bit of food for thought. So let's jump right into the energy here. So it seems like someone is compelled to make moves towards you. This is someone who is compelled to connect, yet this energy is still on the defense because they're somewhat humiliated or embarrassed. Someone's embarrassed at the fact that they were not grateful for your energy, your presence, or even your help, the love that you gave, because now they're starting to miss you. Someone is compelled to reconnect. They're motivated to speak their piece or even admit that they are still missing you, but they're also starting to realize they should have treated you better. For many of you, this energy is quiet because they're starting to relive some things that they know they should have been grateful for. This is why they're embarrassed, defensive, but also motivated to connect because they're truly missing you. Compelled to fix a broken heart or fix what has been broken because they're going through some really big challenges. I feel this is someone who's going through challenges and they're worried that you won't be motivated to see them the same. I feel like this energy could be stressed out. Stressed out, closed off, and unsure that you won't be mad at them or mad about how they pushed you away. I feel like this energy is under pressure. Not to be vulnerable, but this energy is also irritated at the fact that they just might be desperate. Someone could be desperate, annoyed, even vengeful because something changed, and this energy is shocked, almost possessive about what they used to have with you. This energy is not wanting to believe that something is no longer the same. This energy has always been fixated on the fact of always being able to reconnect with you. But I feel in so many ways because of their pride, they're scared. Scared because they know they're guilty. They're frustrated because they know they're at fault. I feel this is someone who has been petty, jaded, regretful. I feel they're trying to hide their sense of shame and regret because they know they have offended you, but I feel they're under pressure because they also feel offended. This is someone who doesn't want to feel vulnerable to their regrets. This is why they're closed off, but I feel them being closed off, knowing they're missing you, is the reason they're stressed out and full of regret. Them being closed off is because they are not wanting to tap into the fact that they were jaded towards you, but I also feel they're in fear because of guilt. They're frustrated because being at fault is not something that they are choosing to be accountable for, but it's obvious that they created a mess that eventually pushed you away. For many of you, this is someone who did some things that were unnecessary, and this is why they're truly frustrated and filled with regret as they're being vulnerable to their guilt, and it's not something that they were looking forward to or even thought would be their consequence. Now this energy is irritated, stressed out, wanting to connect, but they're also allowing their offenses to take advantage or even control their narrative. But I feel that's been their biggest downfall, allowing their petty ways to take control. But I feel the fact that they are unsure on how you truly feel about them is starting to reinforce the fact that something needed to change. For many of you, this is someone who knows they were petty by being mad or pushing you away, and they're worried that you know your worth because they let you down. And now they could be triggered because they feel your distance or your silence is a form of disrespect. This is someone who is not realizing you had to accept the hand that you were dealt. But I feel it's too much of a challenge for them to truly step into the space of knowing and respecting the truth. This is someone who is very secretive. And by being secretive, it's also a form of disrespect. I feel this is someone who has some sense of hope that you'll be reasonable and show them love because they are longing for your energy, but I feel you could be inspired in a different direction that could be more positive. This is bliss for you, and someone is starting to be challenged by your different path or your different perspective of who they are and who they have been towards you. Someone feels something is played out. They could be in a space of being embarrassed on how they were petty with you, but I feel they could be withdrawn, even though they should be showing you what they mean instead of telling you what they think you want. I feel this is someone who played a very dangerous game with you. Now they're triggered because you feel some type of way about them being petty, or this energy is offended by your silence. I feel something is definitely played out, and even though they're wanting to be positive about it, they're not so confident about how you feel about them lately. I feel this is someone who wants something to turn out in a positive way, but they also realize the disrespect and their harsh intentions is something you won't look past this time, as I sense everyone involved in the situation is clear on the fact that they went too far. This is why they're triggered, knowing they were too jaded to see the truth, thinking they knew enough about you. This energy may have pushed something to no return. Let's get some more energy here. I feel like this is someone who could be playing victim to circumstances they created, and their actions has caused you to look at them differently after they tried to make you an option, knowing you were the number one solution. Now someone's humiliated, worried, wanting to make things right, but I feel this energy is still making things up. I feel this is someone who is still making things up, playing dumb, pretending not to know the truth, or pretending not to know the details of a situation. This is someone who is doing anything to avoid responsibility on a situation, even telling half-truths or even wearing a mask. But I feel they're not who they're claiming to be, still twisting facts and not telling the truth. This energy is acting like the martyr. When I feel they are the ones who chose convenience over heart. As I sense this is someone who offers different versions of themselves to feed what drives them, that would never bring their soul peace, yet an overwhelming sense of pain and debt that keeps them in a cycle of misery. This is why someone is complacent, telling half-truths, because they know the truth might very well be shocking, but I also feel it's the only thing that will set them free. This is someone who has failed to make something right with you because they're still playing dumb to their own reality. They're guarded, going back and forth, twisting facts, just to not feel so bad about what they have done, because they're still stringing something along and staying in a situation out of convenience. I feel this is someone who is resisting connections. They're guarded wherever they are, thinking they're fooling the both of you or fooling the surrounding energies. But I feel they're still in the illusion that they're getting over on someone else when they're not even fooling themselves with hiding or denying the truth. This is someone who wants to believe everyone wins when they manipulate a truth or string things along by playing dumb. But I feel this illusion that they have created, or this illusion of being guarded to going back and forth, is definitely going to put them in a space where they finally experience the spiritual dangers of those they have surrounded themselves with or chose to trust. As I believe this energy has kept you in the dark because they thought that you couldn't prove something. So they're not confessing anything because they don't feel they're gonna get caught. So as long as you can't prove it, they're not talking. But I feel they're not following their heart, and it's the very reason they have lost direction when it comes to something that was supposed to be faded. I feel this is someone who is in the dark when it comes to half-truths. So much so that they somehow believe their own lies by playing dumb, stringing something along, believing someone can't prove something that they have done, because they were determined to keep what they have struggled to maintain, which is false. For many of you, this is something they should have thrown away a long time ago, but this is someone who also thought that they had the game locked down when it comes to sneaky ways or getting caught. But I feel the fact that something has stalled or there's no further progress, someone is still being avoidant when it comes to truly telling the truth. I feel like they're waiting on something as well, even though they know they got caught red-handed, or they know they can get caught when it comes to their words. They're wanting to be strategic with what they say, and I feel this could be another reason they're waiting or playing dumb to what needs to be cleaned up. So for many of you, there's self-imposed restrictions because of this sneaky behaviors or disappearing act where someone is hiding a truth, not following their heart, and leaving something in the air, not being logical when it comes to love, because they expect some type of miracle. Someone is expecting a miracle over time, hoping that you forget the details of their betrayals. But I feel due to their silence and avoidance, it has made something more clear to you that this energy just may never change. I feel this is someone who can't make a difficult choice to fight for what they know is true. They've been hot and cold, and I feel them being hot and cold is only going to lead to more sacrifice. Sacrifice within relationships, because as I said before, they are the ones who walked away. I feel this is someone who is about to experience some really toxic things because of their toxic ways, but I feel until their back is against the wall will they truly try to find their peace or even their truth. Because at this point, I feel like they're in a space where they're looking for safety, shelter, something solid. That something is you. Wow. Something is compelling this energy to move towards something that is more solid, something that is more genuine, and all they can think about is you. Where they were their most happiest, yet I sense the reason they couldn't evolve with you is the reason they lost you. This is someone who has yet to clean something up because they're still not being honest with self, allowing something to be unclear. This energy is leaving something to fade, going back and forth when it comes to being guarded and manipulating things. Someone is waiting, anticipating, instead of making something right with intention. I feel this is someone who could be very upset about the distance, the silence between the two of you, because they don't know if you miss them or if you're starting to forget them. They've been playing dumb for so long, stringing something along. They're starting to realize that they might be an afterthought because they were so guarded with you. Now they're in regret without you. For many of you, someone knows that you're fed up. They could be watching, waiting, searching, maybe even wanting to compete, argue with you, just to have some type of attention. But like I said before, someone knows that you are fed up, but I feel you're dealing with someone who may have a low IQ. This is someone who has a bruised ego. They could be acting cold because you're unfazed. They're all in their head, dealing with an abusive situation, karmic energies, fake energies, who are abusing their position, abusing their weaknesses. This is why they're in their head. I feel they are connected to someone or an environment that is very vengeful, grudgeful energies surrounding them, and they are ignoring it. This could be family issues here. That is not for everyone, but someone is definitely confused at what they see. The fake smiles that surround them, but I feel they are definitely haunted by the fact that they want you back. But I feel in so many ways, the fact that they have a low IQ is the reason why they're still playing dumb to something, thinking that they can confuse something through fake accounts or being fake. They have yet to realize something is played out when it comes to being a happiness haters. I feel the proof is already there that it's the same thing, different day. and many of you are just choosing not to play. I feel something is definitely played out when it comes to someone who is surrounded by fake smiles, fake energies, people, places, and things that need to be let go. But this energy is so caught in ego and pride that this energy has yet to gain the confidence to truly change. Let's get a little bit more energy here from this side. I feel like this energy is truly upset that you took your power back. And as I said before, this energy may even be willing to get your attention by any means. So much so that they may try to bait you into some type of conflict, argument, competition, or even play the sympathy game just to engage you, just to get some type of reaction, just to start some type of conversation, because they don't know how to reconnect or even have a serious heart-to-heart with you. For many of you, these family issues or someone abusing their power in their midst is definitely affecting them. This is why they're stringing something along with you, because they're really uncertain about their current circumstances. But I feel they're curious, but also triggered. Triggered about what is lost, triggered about what they're going through, and triggered about whatever's going on in their head, as this is someone who is acting cold because they're starting to feel no one else cares. They feel you're running. But I feel the fact that they have become so weird, or they have been chasing the wrong things in life, you running just might be necessary for them to change. Because this is someone who has been locked up in their mind for a long time when it comes to you. And I feel curiosity is starting to reach its peak, but they also feel a sense of rejection or offense at the fact that they feel like you're talking shit about them. Someone feels like you're talking about them, and this is what's triggering them. But the fact that they're curious is also starting to compel them. Someone feels like you're talking about them clout chasing, or being clout hungry, or being broke, and this is what they're all in their head about. Someone's all in their head about you dusting something off, or you getting the love and respect that you deserve. Someone is wanting to bring flowers, show some type of energy, give some type of offer. Someone is in their head about how to kiss up to you, so much so that they are reflecting on how to get what they want, even if it's through scare tactics. For many of you, you feel like this energy, all they think about is taking. Being a thief. Robbing you of what is genuine. Whether that is physically, emotionally, mentally, financially. Someone has caused you to cry too many tears, or disappointed you in too many ways. Someone is also crying about what is given, because it's been taken away. I feel someone is wanting to make an offer because they didn't offer something before. But I feel this energy is too bankrupt to give it. Bankrupt emotionally or spiritually. But I feel they are threatened by the fact that you have chosen to accept something or even move away. For many of you, you moving in silence or moving on has definitely caused you to dodge a bullet. Matrix style. I feel you dodging a bullet has caused this energy, paranoia, anxiety, insomnia. This energy feels alone now. Blocked from your energy because you were able to dodge something. This energy is upset and in tears. Very emotional. Someone feels like you have gotten away, or you're clearly unbothered, and it's starting to bother them. That you're no longer interested. Not the way you used to. I feel like your heart isn't hardened towards them, but I don't feel you're willing to go through what they have put you through. That side of you is no longer the same. You have stepped into your power, and I feel they could be wasting their time completely if they have yet to change, because you will only see this offer to be dirty, something that won't be seen as a peace offering. Because for many of you, you'll be too busy winning. I feel this is someone you may see as an imposter, someone who has broken your trust in so many ways, causing many of you to limit your time and energy and even your mental space when it comes to them. This is what's really setting them off, thinking that you have changed, but it's also causing them to be more curious about you. And even hating on your happiness, especially if it's without them. But I feel they're still ignoring those that have a grudge. And really upset that you may be unfazed. Because you're not dealing with the fake energy. They are. This is something that they didn't expect. Final deck, Holy Spirit, confirmation. Final deck. Yeah, someone is definitely trying to manifest you in some type of way. I feel this is someone who feels like you're too busy doing other things or unbothered by their energy or uninterested, that it's a waste of time to be unblocked. This is what's causing them to be anxious or paralyzed with fear. Wow. Paralyzed with fear, knowing they should be making an offer towards you, but in some type of threatening energy, thinking and feeling that you're not interested or you have finally moved on. Someone is wanting to manifest something differently. You are wish fulfillment, but they're also in their feelings about something when it comes to them being caught up. They don't want you to bring something up, and I feel you bringing something up from the past is only going to cause them to be enraged or cause them to expose these anger issues. Because I feel you bringing up the past will definitely cause them to be emotionally charged or even impulsive when it comes to unfamiliar feelings that they have yet to heal. I feel this is someone who is really upset because things are starting to hit different, that they can't put you in a guilt trip or manipulate something, be unfair when it comes to an advantage, and it's giving savage mode. Someone was definitely in savage mode when it comes to plotting and getting their way, but I feel this energy is now pressed to now appreciate and give you your flowers. But I feel for many of you, you feel like that time has already passed. This energy is also thinking about that. What are you thinking about? But I feel if they knew what you were thinking, they wouldn't ask. But as I have said before, you have become an itch that they feel they need to scratch, and they're definitely worried that you're on a come up, receiving some type of relief or inheritance, whatever it is, it's going to benefit you in a big way. And this is what's also triggering them, because they're wanting to backtrack. This energy is not wanting to revisit something, so they're trying to be careful with what they do and what they say. But I feel this energy definitely wants to shoot their shot. This is someone who doesn't want to revisit the war, the separation, the harsh words, because they don't want to feel weak. Someone doesn't want to put on blast that they are out of sync, but this energy is taking a lot of L's and going through a lot of losses. This is someone who is going through a lot of setbacks and failures, wanting to shoot their shot, but not wanting to run past the old news. They're not wanting to talk about or reminisce about the past. This energy knows they agitated you by being low vibrational, knowing the things that they were doing were not tolerated. This energy played with you instead of making something right with you. Now they're having to deal with the aftermath of you allowing a fool to think they're winning. I feel this is someone who is caught up in some games, and this is why they're upset, because it's all starting to hit different, that you won't see an offer the same. This energy could be caught up wasting time because they're not too smart about how they're going about some type of change. Someone knows they got caught, or someone knows that they are caught up because they were definitely playing the victim. Wasting time. Them wasting time caused you to move on. I also feel them wasting time also caused many of you to reflect on what you want, what you don't want. And I feel this is a curveball to be denied, rejected by you. This energy never thought that you would be a runner, but I feel this is causing some type of judgment. So for many of you, there is denial when it comes to someone that they are dealing with. They feel like they're doing the most, or they feel like they have to do the most to be where they are. I also feel they are about to approach some legal issues, or something is about to be made final when it comes to a third will, another person, an affair, a karmic cycle. I feel this is someone who is also going through financial struggle for faking it. They're also doing something unusual, strange, unusual when it comes to money because they're struggling, so they're doing something very off-putting to do it. Someone doesn't want you to know what they're doing for money, but whatever they're doing is excessive. They're overdoing it, or someone is not wanting you to know how much they're giving. Someone is definitely being irrational about money, irrational about emotions of love or connections, or the void that they're trying to fill, because it's an endless pot. This is what's changed the frequency. Someone was risking it all by being petty, not being an adult about a situation. This energy has become toxic. Someone broke something beyond repair because they didn't want to be vulnerable. Now you could be playing it safe, cautious when it comes to someone you know is all cap, gaslighting you with bold-faced lies. Someone is all talk. This is why they're mad. This is why they're dramatic and salty, because many of you have already learned your lesson in saying goodbye. For many of you, I feel you have already learned your lesson when saying goodbye to someone you know is salty, not being the adult. This is what changed the frequency of something being too spiteful for you to even deal with. As I sense many of you have been brutally honest with this energy, and they just couldn't take it. Someone can take something for face value when you're being straightforward. This energy pretends you're being abusive, but I feel you're just being honest with your words, and they just can't swallow it. I feel this is someone who knows that something is out of their hands, or I feel something is out of your hands. Someone definitely pushed you to your limit. Something is the last straw. Someone should have kept something simple. Wow. So I feel something is essential when it comes to you telling the truth. It might hurt their feelings, break their heart, but I feel someone's going to have to keep something real when it comes to them. I feel you're a major key when it comes to that. You're a major key when someone's stepping into discovery or realization that they are a complete fraud. Something is overhyped. Something is a scam when it comes to someone who is being fake and phony when pretending to be a twin flame. As this energy is always talking in circles instead of giving a heart-to-heart, a deep conversation, whether in person or over the phone. Many of you respect true change, but in so many ways they may be a problem that you have to ignore. I feel many of you wonder what's the holdup when it comes to this energy, but I feel they're going through tower moments that are needing to be had, because this person is in a very low vibrational space where nothing you say will ever make sense. But as I said before, this energy is needing to hit rock bottom. This energy is needing to have their back against the wall to really understand and respect what they had with you. Because in so many ways they are still playing victim to the circumstances that they have created, and because of the frustration of their losses, this energy is pretending they have learned their lesson, when I feel this energy is only pretending they have changed. But in this case, I feel not until you begin to care less will they begin to care more. So I sense you should continue to give no access or energy to someone who is demanding answers or your attention, because I sense your silence is also an answer too. And just because they believe they deserve everything they once had with you doesn't mean they have evolved enough to meet this connection where it needs to be. I hope you guys have enjoyed the reading and has gained some food for thought. If so, let me know by commenting down below or liking this video. Hope to see you again, guys. Bye.